Hello. If you are watching this, you are probably a teacher, an online teacher, an online tutor, or maybe a future teacher who wants to teach some short courses online. I'm here to help you with that by a few basic things that will help you automate your classroom using the basics. Shall we begin? You'll first have to go to classroom.google.com. For that, of course, you need your own Google account, which will consist of your Gmail account. Once you have that, you can sign in to any Google product using just that one login. Now here, I will show you. This is from my private account. In this private account, I am actually teaching a class on fiction writing, visual arts, and online digital photography. But in my other classroom, we have a paid account by the school, which I will show you. There's so many subjects to tackle there, but let me show you the stream. If you have a paid account, there are so many things that are different. For one thing, your Meet link, which is this one over here, will be permanent, and your class code will be on display. See, once you click this, it's easy to get your class code. Your Meet link is here, so all you have to do is click it, and of course, that will be your Meet link for the whole term. This is the stream. You put your announcements here. This is the classroom. I've organized it already. I've actually uploaded everything that I need for one whole term. So if you see here, I have my before you start. I actually have my exams here. I have the books. Of course, the exams are just a guide. These are just guides for the exam. All right. The actual exam will be taken on Moodle. Here are the books. These books are free and they're here for the students. I've already put them here. These are the handouts and they are labeled weeks 1 to 4, 6 to 8, 9 to 12, 14 to 17. And if you click on each of those handouts, they are in PDF form, so the students cannot alter them, just read them. So I put pictures and other supporting materials inside the handouts, including external links. I have video session recordings, so each time we have a session, I record it and I put it here, so the students can watch it over and over again. I also have my video lessons. These video lessons are already in the handouts. They just have to come here and see which one they want to watch. So this is for performing arts. See, we have here what is performing arts, explorations in the theater, technical elements, and all that. I also have my PowerPoint lessons. So I have musical instruments, before you start, student versions, and all that. In fact, most of my videos have PowerPoint equivalents. So if they don't want to just listen to the video, they want to stop at certain slides, they can find it here. PDAs, or performance-based assessments, are what consists of homework or projects. So they are already here and their due dates are already there. I have uploaded them ahead of time so that the students can balance their own time. So they're here, they're in order, there's even an extra PBA just in case they need it. Quizzes are the same. I tell my students that I trust them to be honest, and here are the quizzes, here are the due dates, and of course I have my trivia materials. But this is for grade 11 art. What about for short courses? Here we have an example, so I will click one, which is visual arts. So this is a free account. You have your class code here, but you don't have your permanent class Meet link. You'll have to upload it each time, but that's easy to do. All you have to do is go here, click on the calendar and set that up. You can even set it as a recurring day. Now, here is the stream, and this is the classwork. By the way, to keep things lively, I uploaded my own visuals for this class. Here we go. I often like to have a folder that says before you start. Why is that? Because the moment they open the classworks, it's there. So we have a before you start, so it tells you everything that I want done in this course. There are the club rules, so that they know what are the rules. And of course, since this is an art course, there's an art release form, so anything that they submit will be used here, unless they indicate that they want these photos or artworks in private. And as usual, I recorded everything, so the session recordings are here. These are the art activities, which is equal to the PBAs of this one. It's like PBAs here, except here I call them art activities. And of course I have tips. Now, how do we start? If you want to create your own organized classroom that works for you, how are you able to do that? First, you create a class. Don't forget to read all these, and since I've already read them ahead of time, I will continue. Create your class name. I will call this class Automation in Google Classroom. Section, let's pretend I'm going to have section A. No need for these other ones because we're not really offline, everything's online, so we'll just stick to these. So there we go. It's now creating our classroom. We will start with a blank canvas. Now this thing is taking here we go. As you can see, Google has already assigned me my own class code. So this is the class code. I might be changing this or something. All right, so here is the stream. You can communicate with your class there. If you don't like this, you can upload something else. You can create your own photo and upload it here, or you can select from their various themes, which they do have. So I'll click this one since we are talking about automation. So here we go. That is the photo. And then we go to classwork. The classwork is blank, which is good. If you already have something in here, that's okay. We can work with that. What you first have to do is to create topics. Topics are your folders. So in my case, I always want to start with the before you start folder, which will have all the rules, art release forms, and things like that. Next, you can create, if you have an online textbook you want to share, or just materials, or let's just say materials. So any e-materials that you have, you can put in this folder or on this topic. Now you can drag this. See, you can drag this because I always want my before you start to be on top. Let's say you want all the quizzes. You don't have to put all the quizzes like I do. You can just create the topic and you can upload the quiz as you go. Let's say you also want to put video lessons. have, here we go. I've arranged everything for before you start: materials, video lessons, assignments, then quizzes. That's how I want my classroom to be. But you can do your own. You can classify these topics how you want them. This is just my preference. So the moment you move them around, you will notice that things move around here as well. So this is to help you quickly navigate. So when you click quizzes, you will automatically go to quizzes. So let's go back to all topics. So what I want is maybe the materials to go on top before video lessons, assignments, then quizzes. Okay, so before you start, I put a document on art release form. I can put a document on the class rules. I can even put documents on formatting how they submit their assignments to me. So everything that they need to know on the top, I will be putting here. Materials will be things like books, external links maybe, things like that. And then for video lessons, you don't necessarily have to do your own video lessons. I make my own, but because I'm an art teacher, I need to do my own because I can't use other people's art all the time. Now, there are examples of video lessons that you can use for your class given the topic, and if you screen the video well, you can add them to your lessons here. So to do that, you will go to Material. Example, I want to click this one, Navigating Google Classroom for Students. This is for the new normal. Copy the link. You go back to your classroom, you click Add. It's so easy to integrate a YouTube video here. Because Google owns YouTube, you can just put the link there. Here it is. Click it, add. There it is. Now you put a title to it. So you put Navigating Google Classroom. Okay, so you can put a description or not. Topic, you will put it under video lessons. So what I do is I actually upload my own videos on YouTube. So I have a channel. In fact, I have several channels. And here are some of my video lessons and video recordings that I've done, which I can just put the link and put it in my Google Classroom. Now I can post this right now and have it there, or I can schedule it. Or if I'm not quite sure yet, I can just save it as a draft or discard it. In this case, I will post it now. And then it will come to your topic. If I change my mind, I don't want it under video lessons, you don't need to delete it and put it somewhere else. Do you know you can just drag it and put it somewhere else? I want to put this under material, and there it is. It's now under material. You don't want it there? All right, I want to put it back under video lessons. And there you go. Navigating Google Classroom goes back to video lessons. What about assignments? How can we do assignments? Go back to create. You click assignment. Let's say your first assignment is assignment 1, essay. Write an essay about automation using Google products. Do you wish to add a link, an extra file, a YouTube video, or maybe this file is already in your Google Drive? Click that, you go to your Google Drive, click whatever file it is and add it here. It's so easy. Let's say for this essay, I always tell them to put it in a document and save it as a PDF file. Especially for those who are using their mobile, it does not translate well if they use their mobile to send or save using the Google Classroom app. For some reason, Google just doesn't translate the attachment so well. So if it's saved as a PDF, you're able to still read it. So I will assign 20 points. I will put my due date to, let's say, you can do it next month. Topics, don't forget, this will be under assignment. Now, if I want to create a new topic for it, like special assignment or something, you just go to create topic and then it just creates a topic for you. So here I will assign this under topic. I can assign it now. Just assign means it's posted, everyone can see it, or I can schedule it. If I schedule it, let's say I'll schedule this tomorrow, September 29th at 9 a.m. Schedule. What will happen is it's gray. It means it will show tomorrow morning. It's gray because only the teacher can see this. Your class cannot see it until tomorrow at 9 a.m. Now let's make some quizzes. Quizzes are actually very easy to make using this new Google integration. Once you click quiz assignment, it automatically assigns you a blank quiz. If you've already made your quiz ahead of time, you just add to the link and delete this blank quiz. Let's not delete it, let's work from scratch. So, quiz 1. I'm only assigning 10 points for this. For due date, let's say I'll give you a week to do this. The topic, don't forget, you will put it under quizzes. Now, if you're handling multiple classrooms, you can actually put it here. Let's say I have section A, section B, and section C. You can click all those sections and it will assign the same thing to everyone. So you don't have to keep making it over and over again. You can just do it once. So this is how automation can actually help a teacher. Alright, so once you click your blank quiz, you will be redirected to the Google form, which is a form of a Google Docs. Now, how are we going to turn this into a quiz? First, let's give it a title. Quiz 1. I don't want leaving this into a blank quiz, so I will put here quiz 1. You can put a description. This covers the topics of Google Classroom. The best questions for an automation tool is always multiple choice. Multiple choice because if it's that way, it will compute itself for you. If you chose short answer text, let's say write true, and your answer here, say, click the correct answer. If you say true, and your class will have like capitalized letter, an extra space here that they accidentally have, a dot, or wrong spelling, or maybe they just wrote T, it's automatically a 0. So I don't suggest you use short answer, I suggest you use multiple choice. Now, if you say here true or false, what is the answer? It automatically suggests true or false. So when you click add all, there's already true, there's already false. You can replicate this and just modify the question. What's the answer to this one? See, now you have this, and now you have another question. Now, don't forget to click the answer key and tell us what the answer is. Let's say I will assign this as true. How many points will I assign to this question? 1 point, 2 points. If it's a hard question, maybe assign 2 up to 5 points. All right, click required. For this one, let's say the answer is still true, and then I'll assign another 5 points to it. Done. Click required. As you can see here, your total points will be here. So because I've assigned 10 points to it, here it is, 5 and 5. Now you can add videos in between. You can add pictures in between. In fact, while you're asking a question, you could also add a picture to it. So you might be asking, look at this picture, what do you think of it? Or a question related to that. Now, this button is to customize things. I like customizing things because it helps me memorize it more, and the moment I see the header, I'll know which quiz it is. So let's say I'll put this header. So if you're happy with customizing it this way, it just makes it more fun. You go to settings. Don't forget to click collect all email addresses and always have a response. That way, when your students start the quiz, they will always have to put their email addresses, and you'll know who took this email address. Do you want to limit it to 1 response per person? Can they edit it after submission or not? Can they see the summary afterwards or not? You can click this so they can see their progress, so it'll have a progress bar. You want to shuffle the question? You can click that too. And once they finish their exam, what do you want to tell them? TY, thank you. Always make sure this button is clicked. Make this a quiz. If it's not, it just becomes a Google form. Once you click this, it will auto-grade, especially if it's not an essay. So if it's just multiple choice, immediately after submission, it means it will compute. Now the responders can see their missed questions. Do you want them to see the correct answer afterwards and the point value? Sometimes if these quizzes are recycled into an exam, I don't show them the correct answer, just the point value and the missed questions. And then save. There we go. And then you can just X that. It's assigned here. So you don't have to do it again. You can just click that and you're here. If you copy the link and put it in a different class, it's alright too. It's already saved. And that's how great actually Google can be. Now, do you want to assign it now, or do you want to schedule it or save it as a draft? I want everyone to see it already, so I'll be assigning that right now. Now, once you click that, you'll see that there it is. You can fill it up like I did. I'm showing you all these different techniques on organizing. These simple things can actually organize. It's a world of difference, especially when you are navigating or at least being the observer and administering this much subjects. Although I only teach these 4, I have to make sure these ones are also working because I made the curriculum for this. I have to have access to all the others because my students are there. And in my other classroom, which is this one, these are the clubs. They are considered third party to my school. Therefore, I have to use my own private account. I have to navigate this and this, so a bulk of it will have to be automated. Otherwise, I will not have time to upload things every week. So this is what I'm talking about when I say automate. See, I posted it early on. In fact, some of these I posted in July. I've spent my whole summer creating the handouts, video lessons, PowerPoints, PDAs, quizzes, everything. That way, I just have to check them. In fact, for the quizzes, Google will check them for me. I just have to make sure that they're recorded here and they're in my students' grades. You know, teaching is 80% admin work, and that is true. So I can only allot so much time to looking at all these. I don't have time to look at all these one at a time. See these, there are 2 sections for these each. It's so hard to look at them one by one, and it's hard enough to memorize new students' names. So this is what I'm telling you guys when I'm telling you to organize your classroom, because the simple automation or the simple organization tips will automate your classroom instantly. And I hope these tips will work for you as much as they're working for me. And if you have other comments, you can put them down below. And I would much appreciate it if you tell me if you found it useful. So with that, I'll be ending my presentation. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will have some more student contents and teacher contents in the future. For now, I will say goodbye.